Okay, so I am practicing some role-playing scenarios with ChatGPT, and this is the scenario that I have placed into the chat, and I will be getting to ready to have a conversation with ChatGPT. So my setting is this: a principal is attending the weekly football quarterback booster club meeting. The football team is a championship football team that is currently on a 26-game win streak, and the community has backed the football program for over 50 years. And the school has won 9 state championships in football. So each week, there are several members within the community that attend the quarterback club meeting, which includes the superintendent of the school, community school board members, teachers, parents of student athletes, current, past, and future students who maybe wanted to come to the school. The meeting begins at 6 a.m. on Thursday mornings and usually ends around 6:45 a.m. Based off of this timeline, after attending the weekly meetings as a principal to show support for the program, the principal scheduled a meeting with a student and their parents to discuss some important concerns and issues that have been escalating as the year has progressed, and the meeting is scheduled for 7 a.m. The meeting was scheduled a few weeks ago because the student is also an athlete and has morning practice before school and during first period. And school starts at 8:45 a.m. and both parents wanted to attend before they had to go to work at 7 a.m. And 7 a.m. was the only time that all members of the family could meet and be present. As usual, the Booster Club meeting ends on time at 6:45, giving the principal plenty of time to get to that particular meeting. However, at the end of the meeting, as the principal leaves, a disgruntled parent stops the principal from leaving the meeting and demands to speak with him about his son's teachers and his special education case manager about not doing their job to help their son with all the school endeavors. He is very concerned about his son failing 4 classes, and with grade checks coming right around the corner for eligibility to participate in athletic and extracurricular activities looming in a few weeks, his son, who is one of the best players on the football team and has just recently received his first Division I football scholarship offer, is in jeopardy of not being able to help his team compete for another championship if he's not on the field passing all of his grades at the grade check. So the parent is demanding that the principal fire the special education case manager, who is responsible for making sure that the students have their accommodations and are attending classes, checking grades, communicating with the parents and the other teachers. And this parent is persistent on letting the principal know that the case manager has been vague in email responses and is not supposed to let their son fail his classes and let him get in trouble in school. The parent puts a lot of responsibility on the son's teachers and special education manager, so he keeps on insisting that he go to the superintendent if he has to make sure his son can get better help than what he is currently receiving in the classroom. With the meeting with the other parents at 7 a.m. being only 15 minutes away, can you help me role play some of the answers on the spot to what I respond? And then I will be the principal, and you will be the disgruntled parent. ChatGPT has responded, and it said, "Absolutely, I can play the disgruntled parent so that you can practice your responses as the principal, and I'll keep the tone realistic, urgent, emotional, and escalating, but still within what you're likely to encounter." And it says, "Whenever you're ready, jump in as the principal. I'll begin as the parent right now." So the disgruntled parent role play starts, and the parent intercepts you as you're heading out the door. The voice is tense, and loud enough for a few lingering booster members to hear. And the parent, which is going to be played by ChatGPT as we get in this conversation, starts off by saying, "Hey, hey, no, hang on a second. We need to talk now. I've been emailing that special education case manager for weeks, and all I got are these vague, useless responses. My son is failing 4 classes. 4. That's completely unacceptable. He's supposed to make sure my boy is getting his accommodations, staying on track, going to class. It's his job. And now grade checks are in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, and my son might not be eligible to play after getting his first Division I offer. This is exactly how kids lose opportunities. I want the case manager fired. I'm done dealing with someone who clearly isn't doing their job. And if this doesn't get fixed immediately, I'll go straight to the superintendent. I'm not playing around, so I need answers right now." Well, I am sure that you have all of your concerns and are really at a place where you don't know some answers. But I have a scheduled meeting at 7 a.m. That's 15 minutes away. Is there any possible way that we can schedule a meeting so that we can discuss your concerns with the process of going over your son's failing classes, talking about your case manager, in your son's teachers? Is there any way we can set up a meeting?
I understand you're busy, but this is urgent. My son's future is on the line here. I can't wait another day. I need to know what's being done right now. If we can't fix this immediately, I'll have to escalate it. I'm not trying to cause trouble, but my son's eligibility is at stake. Please, handle this now.
Well, I haven't heard of this situation from the teacher or the case manager. I haven't looked into it. My meeting is at 7 a.m. with this other family and their parents, and this has been scheduled for 2 weeks, and I cannot miss that meeting. Is there any possible way that we can meet about this matter sometime later this morning?
I get that you're busy, but this really can't wait. I need some reassurance that my son's situation is being taken seriously. I'm not asking for a lengthy meeting right now, just a quick confirmation that you're going to look into it and that something is being done. I really need that peace of mind. Could you at least give me a few minutes of your time to acknowledge this before you head out?
Yes, and as far as getting your son, about talking to your son and you and your family about the next steps, I certainly would like to go have a sit down meeting with your son and your family to discuss all the things that you can and cannot do in this situation, and I would love to help you.
All right. I appreciate that you're willing to meet. I just want to make sure it happens as soon as possible. Could we set a time later this morning, maybe right after your other meeting, so you get this sorted out? I just want to ensure my son's academic standing is secure. Thank you for understanding and helping out. Feel free to adjust any part of your response and let me know if you want to practice anything else.
Yes, I would love to continue to move forward on setting the meeting and then discussing what we can talk about during the meeting afterwards.
Great. I'm glad that was helpful. If you ever want to practice more scenarios or tweak any part of this one, just let me know. I'm here now.
All right, I want to tweak this situation, and can you go back to the beginning of our scenario and
Absolutely. We can definitely tweak the scenario and start fresh from the beginning. Just let me know what changes you'd like to make, and we'll get right into it.
all right, can you change the scenario where I
Of
do not.
course, no worries. Feel free to let me know the specifics of how you'd like the scenario to change, and I'll adjust it accordingly. Just let me know.
Okay, can you change the scenario to be where the parent is going to go to the superintendent because the superintendent actually happens to be in the meeting that we're in and is causing a scene in front of everyone? And how should I respond?
Got it. That definitely adds a bit of extra pressure to the situation. Let's jump right into it. Disgruntled parent or vice scenario. As you're about to leave the booster club meeting, the parent steps in front of you, and you notice the superintendent is nearby hearing the commotion. This is absolutely unacceptable. I've tried to get answers for weeks, and my son is failing 4 classes. If this doesn't get resolved right now, I'm going straight to the superintendent. I'm sure he'll want to know about this in front of everyone here.
Yes. I am sorry that your son is going through this time, and we are doing everything we can to ensure that your son is going to be in good academic standing, and he has the support that he needs moving forward. But this is not the time and place right now. Is there any way we could schedule a meeting for later this morning? I'm about 15 minutes out from having another meeting that was scheduled 2 weeks ago, and I understand that you think that this is very important for your son and to get these answers immediately. But I would love to be able to have a sit down with his teacher, his case manager, and kind of get a little bit of information on the situation moving before we get to discuss anything moving forward.
I understand you have another meeting, but this is urgent. I just want to make sure my son's future is secure. I don't want to cause a scene, but I need some assurance right now. Can you at least give me a time that we can meet today? I just want to know that we're on the on the right track. Your response whenever you're ready.
Yes, I would love to meet. Do you have opportunity to meet around 11 a.m.? I can clear my schedule so that we can um, discuss anything that you would like to discuss, but I would need to talk with his case manager and his teacher about some of the things that have been going on prior to meeting with you.
All right. I appreciate you making time for that. 11 a.m. sounds good. I just want to ensure that everything's on track for my son, and I appreciate your willingness to help. I'll see you at 11 then. That should cover it. Let me know if there are any other tweaks or if you want to practice something else.
All right, thank you. Can we also practice any other scenarios regarding a principal and meeting other deadlines and having to be on the spot, come up with some situations that would put the principal in a bind?
Got it. We can definitely create some scenarios where you have to juggle multiple responsibilities and make quick decisions. Just let me know the kind of challenges you want to practice, and we'll dive right in.
I would like to have a scenario where
Sure.
I am the principal and you are a teacher that has been dealing with a student who is causing issues in the classroom and messing with other students. You've already written him up. He's already been in ISS and already returned back from ISS and in school suspension, but he still has not got his act together. Is claiming that he will be a nuisance in class until he gets to be removed from your class. And how do we respond from there?
All right, that sounds like a great scenario to dive into. Uh, Teacher, role play start. You approach the concerned expression. Uh, Principal, I need to talk to you about one of my students. He's been causing disruptions in class, and despite having been in ISS and even being suspended, he's still not following the rules. He's told me he's going to be a nuisance until he's removed from my class. I'm really at my wit's end, and I need your help to figure it out. My next steps. Your turn to respond as the principal.
All right. Well, have you met with the parents and have you met with his counselors, or have you met with, any of the people, his teachers that are concerned, other than, the teacher that is complaining about the student right now?
Yes, I have met with his parents a couple times, and we've had some conversations about his behavior. I've also reached out to the counselor, and we've tried a few interventions. Unfortunately, nothing seems to be working, and it's starting to affect the rest of the class. I really need some guidance on what our next step should be. Your turn.
Would you like to meet with me to discuss ways that you can help the student in the classroom by, do you guys do
Yeah.
group assignments, in particular seating order? Or is there anything that I, as the principal, could support you in that you're not getting supported right now currently from the school?
I appreciate that. I think having a bit more support with the classroom environment, like adjusting seating arrangements or maybe have an extra pair of hands for a little while, could make a big difference. Also, any additional counseling resources would be helpful. I'd love to sit down and brainstorm some strategies with you. Feel free to let me know if you'd like to.
Okay, would you need like another colleague to be in the class with you? Uh, you know,
Teacher?
yes.
Yes, I think having another colleague in the classroom, even if it's just temporarily, could really help keep things under control and give the student the attention he needs. I appreciate your willingness to support. Let's definitely set something up.
Well, is there something that you could do in the meantime to come up with the ways where the student has been successful in your class, and kind of build from there? Um,
That's a great idea. I can definitely reflect on the moments when he's been more engaged and see what's worked for him in the past. I'll put together some notes, and then we can brainstorm the best strategies to build on those successes.
Absolutely. Does your student tend to be more engaging at the beginning of the class, or less engaging at the beginning of the class? What kind of activities have you guys been doing? Does he need more hands-on activities? Have you seen him be successful with hands-on activities? Does he have work well with a partner, or just one single partner, or does he do things well in a group? Have you had an opportunity to give him a particular role in a classroom setting where he has a job and the other people are counting on him to get his job done while he's doing that?
Absolutely. I think he definitely responds better when he has a specific role or responsibility in the classroom, and hands-on activities do tend to engage him a bit more. I'll definitely try to incorporate that more and see if that helps. Thanks so much for the suggestions, and I'll keep
All
you posted
right.
on how it
Well,
goes.
would you also like to go visit other classrooms so you can see how other teachers, manage their classrooms, and kind of get some ideas and feedback off of that? And then also going to PLCs with your same content subject area colleagues, and kind of get some ideas on how they're handling students' behavior, and also learning and teaching them the same content. And you also might be able to go, to cross curricular activities and kind of be able to incorporate something outside of the box to help your student maybe regain some ability to sit in class and pay attention and learn.
That sounds like a fantastic idea. I definitely appreciate the opportunity to observe other classrooms and see how different strategies work. I think the cross-curricular approach could be just what it needs to stay engaged. Thanks so much for the good suggestions.
All right. Well, good talking to you today. Thanks for your help. And I look forward to the next time we get a chat.
It was great talking to you too. I'm always here whenever you need me help. Have a wonderful day, and I look forward to our next chat.